Hello, everybody. I'm Darci Legg, and this is Tasty Teacher Talk, a show where educators discuss what it's like being a teacher, making every day better in the classroom. And today, my delicious focus is going to be students who are extra sensitive. I am thrilled to have my teacher hero and friend LaMesha Johnson with me. So thank you so much for being with me today and joining me. Those of you out there who don't know this fabulous person, LaMesha, can you give us a taste of your background in teaching?
Yes, I have been in education for about 16 years. For 15 of those years, I taught primarily first and second grade in Springfield, Missouri. Currently, I am an instructional design coach in St. Louis.
And can you explain to us what an instructional design coach is and what you do?
Yes, I work with elementary school teachers to design lessons and activities that meet the needs of their students. I'm kind of like a teacher for teachers.
Nice. Sounds like an awesome job. The first question that I have today for you is, what is one tool in your second grade classroom when you're a teacher that made a big difference for your sensitive students?
I would say that having a sensory box or a calming kit helped my students. In my classroom, I had a safe spot where I had one of those sensory kits or boxes that had different items that would help the student kind of calm down so that they could refocus and get back to the classroom. Sometimes there would be therapy, books that they could read, paper to draw on, blocks to build with, just something so that they could have some private time to process their feelings and then refocus to get back into the classroom so that they could learn.
Perfect. And how long would they be using that sensory box that you established in your classroom?
I kind of left the time up to them. I would tell them approximately, 5-ish minutes, and I would kind of check in with them to see if they needed a little more time, or if of course you have to be mindful of the students who may want to spend too much time in there. But I would kind of check in with them after about 5 minutes and process with them, just talk to them about, why did you need to take the break? How are you feeling? What do you need to help you get back to your learning?
What are some expert tips that were so helpful when teaching students who are extra sensitive?
Well, the first thing is, of course, to use parents as a resource and their previous teachers because they have a lot of background information and some helpful tips for you. Another thing would be to be mindful of how you set up your classroom. Some people are very sensitive to being by windows and may get easily distracted, or by doorways, or by chatty other students. So just being mindful of how you set that classroom up. Tone of voice is important. Calm, soothing voice is good for those sensitive students. Try to avoid harsh or loud voices when you're talking. Being consistent is key. Posting a visual schedule was also helpful so that the students knew what our activities were for the day. And if there were surprises, as in drills, practice drills, I would always prompt the student so that they would know that ahead of time, because sometimes those can cause some anxiety and we want them to be their best selves. So we want to let them know what's going to be happening that day. Building trust with that student, really getting to know them is important. And I would also say offering choices is important as well, so that the students feel comfortable and safe and that they have a voice.
And your voice is amazing, and I'm sure your second graders loved you. The sweetness just comes out everywhere. So what type of choices would you give them?
One of the things is just as simple as, we did flexible seating the last few years that I was in the classroom, offering them a choice on where they sat and who they were able to sit with. However, teacher always has to kind of come in if they make a decision that may not be the best for them. But I did always offer that as a choice and let them try. Activities, I had a lot of center or station activities where they could choose what they would want to do. Another way to give choice would be to give a personal learning menu where the students could have various activities for their station or center time, and they can pick and choose what they would like to do.
Sounds wonderful. Choices are such empowering for the students. Third question I have for you today is, what was your favorite happy hack that you used for your second graders?
Oh, do you mind if I pick two?
You could tell me as many as you want. That's fine.
Okay, well, a very simple one, and it may be shocking to some, but honestly, a dry erase marker and table writing, they loved that. Just giving them more space to write on, and they thought that that was something that they shouldn't be able to do, kind of motivated them to work, especially in the small group setting, at the table with the teacher. Second one would be picking a secret student of the day, and I would put a piece of paper up, and underneath it on the whiteboard, I would put a student's name, and that would be the secret student. And they would be thinking about who that is all day, and I would give hints. Oh, this student was very, very respectful to their friend today. They did, I saw them help their student or their friend pick up a pencil that they dropped. And then at the end of the day, I would reveal who the secret student was, and they really loved that.
Oh, I love secret student. I wish I would have done it when I taught first grade. That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share before we leave?
The only thing that I would want to share is for teachers, if you haven't done class meetings each morning, I would highly recommend it. It's a great way for students to connect with each other and for you to connect with them, to kind of have some shared time, and you can work on some of those common classroom issues and help kids learn how to problem solve, and that could help lots of students, especially the highly sensitive ones.
Oh yeah, I love the classroom meetings. Well, LaMesha, thank you so much. I really appreciate your wisdom and the time that you took out of your busy day to discuss this and help me.
Well, thanks for letting me come in. I enjoyed it.
Your baby. Oh, she's so cute.
She is.
Yeah. Okay, who is this one?
This is Tia.
Oh, Tia. Oh, Tia tries to stick her tongue in your mouth. She's smelling you like, what is that? What's that in there, Mom? You got something for me?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.